Good morning, gamers. It is a Wednesday, and for those familiar, it means it is update day. Today's a special one, though, or this week it's a special one. It is the Slayer Summer Sweep Up. Lots and lots of Slayer changes, lots of improvements, and as you can see, as I just logged in, I got refunded a total of 1450 Slayer points. That's due to the changed block tasks and some of the Slayer costs rebalancing. Let's go check it out. These days, whenever I want to pick up a Slayer task, I always go to Cyrodiil. The first thing we're going to look at, of course, is the block list, which is completely empty. Hence why we got some points refunded. We're now up to 3,020 reward points in this top right corner of the box here. I think I was only working with about 1,600 before the update. Well, we're going to have to set up this block list again, but block lists are now no longer universal. They are unique to each Slayer master. So for example, I'm heading on over to Steve in the Gnome Stronghold right now. Let's say hypothetically I blocked Kraken from Cyrodiil. Well, if we go over to Steve, Kraken's not going to show up here. We're going to have to do a unique block list for each Slayer Master. Every Slayer Master has its own unique Slayer list of mobs that they might assign to you. Well, there's a lot of mobs in the game, so you're probably thinking you're going to be burning a lot of points if you're going to have to set up a task list, a block list for every single one, right? Well, that's not necessarily the case. They did make some point adjustments to how much it costs to block Slayer monsters. The amount of points it's going to cost you to block tasks differs from Slayer Master to Slayer Master. The list of good news just continues. A massive quality of life thing that is now implemented into the game is the ability to see the Slayer Master's entire Slayer task list. And not only that, it will tell you the chance of getting one. So we can see here that with Steve, Abyssal Demons are a 4.2% chance, Aberrant Spectres are a 2.8% chance, and scrolling all the way down here, a Zar task, so doing Jad or Zuck, is a 4.7% chance. You'll be able to see this at every Slayer Master, and yeah, you won't have to pull up the wiki and do all the filtering out yourself now. It's all within the game, and this task is specific to you based on your own block list. A few notable things became cheaper in the Slayer Rewards shop, or the unlock section here. For example, Ring Bling is now cheaper, down from the 300 points to 150. And you know, probably the most important one, if we can find it right here, Bigger and Badder, now only costs 50 points, down from the 150 points. We were looking at the screen previously in relation to block tasks, but you can see here that I also have task storage. I'm currently on an Iraq site task, and I have 2 Zuck KC stored. This bad boy, this mechanic, used to cost 1,000 points, but now it's just 500. And good news for you Wilderness Slayer enjoyers out there. The task storage now works with Crystilla as well for Wilderness Slayer. Actually, Crystillia? Crystilla. We are here in the Lithgren Vault hanging out with the Adamant Dragons and the Rune Dragons. We're going to talk about the dragons specifically for Slayer. Now all metal dragons are combined into one task, and you can take your pick on which ones you want to do. Do you want to go do bronze dragons for some reason? By all means do so. But personally, if I do ever get a dragon's task now, a metallic dragon's task, I'm coming to Rune Dragons. For anybody that may have spent points to unlock these said dragons here, well, your points got refunded, not to worry about that. And beyond that, the average metal dragons task now is anywhere between 30 to 50 dragons. And if you choose to extend them, they go all the way up between 150 to 200. Now, this next change is more specific to the region of Varlamore in general, and it's not necessarily a Slayer exclusive update, but it does relate to slaying a lot of the mobs. As you can see here in the inventory of mine, I have a ton of tooth half keys, but these aren't the regular ones. These are the lunar key half pieces. Now, I don't actually have any of the other ones. That's because these teeth you get from PVM grinds in Volomore, and then the other half, the loop, I believe you get from skilling activities. Goes to show that I haven't done any skilling on Varlamore. But nevertheless, I bring these out because the drop rates are much more common across the board. I think that covers most of the important updates related to Slayer in this Slayer Sweep Up update this week. There are a few more things that I kind of glanced over. If you guys are interested, do check out the blog post yourself. For those of you out there that have always enjoyed the Slayer experience, I can only assume that these changes improve the experience for you just a little bit more. And for those of you that may not enjoy Slayer, as I fall into this category, I'm hoping that these changes improve the experience for us and make it a little bit more bearable or even enjoyable.